Civic space in the US is shrinking. New laws restrict protests, nonprofits, and free speech. But there is cause for hope. Activists around the world have faced these challenges before and won. So what can we learn from their successes? Lesson number 1, build sectoral solidarity like Uganda. When Ugandan authorities raided the nonprofit Action Aid in 2017, they tried to shut it down with politically motivated investigations. But Action Aid fought back, rallying a powerful coalition. In just 2 weeks, over 17,000 people signed a petition to unfreeze the organization's bank accounts. And on the day of their court hearing, 300 civil society leaders and citizens packed the courtroom and marched through the streets of Kampala in a show of solidarity. In the US, nonprofits facing scrutiny can strengthen their defenses by deepening community ties, diversifying funding sources, and building solidarity across and within sectors. In recent months, the Trump administration's unprecedented executive orders threatening civic freedoms have already exposed the risks of a fragmented response. While some organizations have put their heads down and stayed silent, others have pushed back, often without coordinated support. Lesson number 2, anticipate and mobilize against legislative threats like Kenya. In Kenya, civil society successfully fought off harsh amendments to the country's NGO law by acting early. Organizations monitored proposed changes, held meetings to understand the issue, and developed strong legislative alliances. They also crafted compelling arguments that persuaded parliamentarians to reject the law. Over 50 NGOs coordinated their efforts and maintained momentum, even after the amendments were defeated, understanding that similar threats could resurface at any time. So far, this proactive response has helped restrictive laws from taking hold. In the US, it's also crucial to anticipate and react quickly to threats to civic space, from draft laws to executive orders. Even seemingly neutral measures like tax legislation can contain subtler restrictions that harm civic freedom, making it essential to carefully and consistently monitor legislative developments. Building early coalitions, creating clear narratives, and fostering relationships with key policymakers can help secure long-term victories. Lesson number 3, build unlikely alliances like Nigeria. When Nigerian lawmakers proposed a bill giving the government broad control over NGOs, civil society didn't just push back, it got creative. Activists brought in journalists, popular artists, and media influencers to educate the public about the bill's dangers, turning legal jargon into a national conversation. They also presented legal analyses, participated in public debates, and reached out directly to key legislators. Their efforts convinced several key policymakers to abandon support for the legislation, ultimately blocking the bill. US civil society should also aim to strengthen its defenses by forging non-traditional alliances, whether with media, artists, or policymakers across ideological divides. To build these partnerships, activists must articulate their mission in ways that resonate broadly, strengthening their public narrative by highlighting the tangible impact of their work. The fight to defend civic space is far from easy, but these lessons from around the world show that it is possible. Learn more in Saskia Brechenmacher's article, Defending Civic Space in the United States,